Hello guys and girls and welcome back. It's your boy Big John here. The at's at the bottom of the screen if you like to listen to my music. So is all the relevant information I'll be speaking about in this video. And today what I'm going to be talking about is how you can scalp the 1 minute chart on gold like a pro. That's right. Yes, it's about that time. You know I love to swing trade gold myself and it's what I personally prefer to do. But everybody's been asking about scalping. And what better than me giving you a 1 minute strategy? So everybody out there that's like, please, John, please, just give us something, just something. Here you go. You don't have to keep running left, right, and center. It's right here for you. Now, with that said, let's get into some of the promotional stuff I'm going to be talking about in this video as well. Head over to my Discord at any given time. The link is in the description below. You can see here that I have the pip count section. This pip count section is to do with the general group, the Neo group, and it's to do with the mentorship group. Now, the majority of these trades do go to mentorship students and Neo users because they are in the paid service, but I do give out at least 3 of these trades into the general group, which is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Also, I give out other breakdowns. As you can see here, I've given out what I believe gold might do. If you go into my Discord, this is all free for you to see. So you can see from the pip count that these trades are producing quite crazy amounts of pips on a weekly basis between all of the pairs, which is fantastic. And this is what I'm giving out there. So if you would like to join up to any of my paid services, please don't hesitate. Just give me a contact on Discord or Telegram and I will put you in the right direction in order for you to be able to sign up to any of these services. Now, on that note, there is going to be a competition. So 1 or 2, you know what, we'll do 2. 2 lucky winners is going to get access to Neo the Indicator for 1 month. Once you head over to my Instagram, which is BigJohn_BK, you want to then go ahead to this last post I've just put here and you want to go and like this video just like this. And you also want to comment on their Neo competition. Give it a little listen to as well. This is a good track on here. And if you want to be a boss, this is the music for you. With all of that said, let's get straight into the video. Okay, so as you can see, I am on my 1 minute chart of gold here. I have already marked up all the trades you would be able to take with this strategy. But what I'm going to be doing is going over nice and simple how you would be able to identify where you would gain entries in the market on the 1 minute time frame. So what you want to be doing is go over to a higher time frame first. You could say go over to the 15-minute time frame. That's 2 time frames above the 1 minute, which is a good round up. And what you want to do from there is go to the previous day in the market. So we're looking at this day over here. You can see what the market's doing. Now we want to go to the previous day, which was the day here just before the 15th. And what we can see from the market is levels of structure. This is showing us where the market in the previous day was able to reach. So we can see the market reached around this area here. We can see it reached around this area here, stopped, bought up, sold back down. We can see it broke through this area. When it got to this area here, what did we see after that? We saw the market went down to this area here. It pulled back to this area over here. We could see that the market broke down to this area. We could see the market broke back up to this area and so on. This is what we want to look for. Now, it's not always going to be exactly perfect, but the best thing you can do is try and make it the best you can. I like to use lines, which you can just press Alt and H to use lines. I prefer to use lines because it just makes it look a lot more clearer when I go to explain what I mean about candle breaks on the 1 minute time frame and when we're looking for our break and retest. So we go back over to the 1 minute time frame now and we're going to go over to the market today, and you can even see beautifully what's happening here with the same exact lines I'm talking about and what I'm going to go into. So we can see straight away this is where the 16th started. So where the 16th started, what we are looking for is the levels of interest in the market, and that's what I like to call them. Some people call them supply demand, some people call them support resistance, some people call them levels of interest, some people call it whatever you want to call it, as long as it does what we expect it to do. So we can see in the market that when a level of interest is broken, there's a big candle that usually goes for it because there was something there previously as to why the market must have stopped there, rejected off of that level, or broke through that level. So what we're going to do today is we're just going to look for every time the market breaks through one of those previous levels on the 1 minute time frame on gold, and what we're going to look for is when it breaks and retests that area, and we're going to decide to get an entry based on that. So you can see I've already marked up some of these and you will be able to see exactly what I'm talking about here. So I'm going to zoom in. So when we go over into the 1 minute time frame, we can see straight away here at 12:13 in the morning. This is based on London time. We can see there was a break of the market, and then we can see there was a retest of this area. Once the market retests off an area, we can see that it didn't close through here. This is a closed candle through this level of interest here. The market broke back through here, but then it failed to close through there. So then there was even a doji candle based over here. Let me just get my tool. You can see there was even a doji candle based right here. And then we can see straight away that once this even happened, this was another indication. Remember, each of these candles are only 60 seconds long. So you've got, you know, enough time to look at it and say, okay, what am I seeing here? So you would have seen this doji candle, and you could even seen this bearish candle forming. But personally, we've already seen the break, the retest. It failed to break back through. So realistically, you would have been getting in on this candle right here at 0018, which is 12:18 in the morning. So it's Asian session pretty much so. And you would have been getting in here. And all you want to do with this, it's a very simple strategy. You don't want to overcomplicate it. Give yourself a certain amount of pips and a certain amount of TP. Now, if it's some type of scalping, I've given myself 15 pips for a stop loss and 30 pips for a TP. So you can see already this was a winning trade. So when we go over, we can see the same thing has happened again. The market has come back down, gone to retest this level, didn't break this level, would have got in here. This was another winning trade. We can see the same thing happened here. The market's gone back down, pulled back to the level, didn't break through the level, as we can see, came here again. Here was another winning trade. So there will be losers in this as well, but you have to be careful how you trade this so you don't just trade everything. Now you can see here, this is a period where some people would gain a lot of losers in this part of the market, but no, you have to understand that this confluence here is very strong. Where are we seeing the breaks and the retest? Okay, so here we saw a breakout. Did we see the retest of this market? Here's where we would have seen the retest. Again, it's gone up, come down, retest would have been here. But what happened? The candle on the 1 minute time frame broke this level. So where it broke this level, you would have been waiting to see if it rejected off of this level and then bought up or sold down. Most definitely, because we can see that this candle stayed above here. But then after that, we can see it broke back down. So when you're starting to see stuff like this, you have to be very careful, because it's broke back up one more time here again, but then it's broke back through. So we're not seeing anything hold itself strong enough on this line, just like we saw previously over here. Look at the difference and look at what we're seeing here. So when you start seeing this, you have to be careful when you're entering a trade, because it's a scalping technique and you don't want to be entering false breakouts. Most of the time you want to be entering trades that are actually finding themselves on a resistance or a support level of your level of interest. So we can see here was no good to be taking trades. Reason being is we can see the market's going up, it's breaking back down, it's not doing exactly what we need here. It's not going through, coming back up, and then selling down, and then coming back to this level, and then going down, and then coming back to this level again. This is what you want to see, waves in the market. You don't want to see the market doing this. We're not seeing what we want to see right now. We're not seeing, look right here, it broke back through again instead of it holding on this level underneath for a sell. So all of this is not a trading opportunity. Now, when we come here, we can see again, look at what I'm talking about, a clear breakdown, and then you can see an entry right here. Look at it, a clear breakdown, and then a retest to this level. And then what do we see? We see a rejection of this level, and you would have got in here for a sell, and this was a winning trade. Then it broke up again, and now we want to wait for a retest. So it goes back, it broke up, came all the way back down. I just removed the trade from there because this one over here wasn't a trade. So we can see it broke all the way up, came all the way back down, as we can see, and then it came back up towards this level. So here, technically, you might have got in a trade, and this was a losing trade. This is clear evidence of trades that can lose. So you had about 4 winners and 1 loser here based on this so far. So again, it is a strategy you're going to have to be at the screen quite a lot, because your whole aim is for you to have an account and just be taking trades every maybe 30 minutes, every hour. It could be like that, just depending on, of course, how market behaves around the levels of structure. Your best opportunities for this with gold will be markets that are consolidated. Markets that are trending is going to be harder, because of course they're just going to go from one level of interest to another level of interest up here. They're not going to range between just a level and keep bouncing off of it if the market is, of course, trending. So now when we go back into it, you can see clearly here the market breaks back through again, but then when the market breaks back through, it doesn't break back through to the downside until we see it here. this is when we see a break. But every single time it goes through once, you have to hear what I'm saying here. Every time it goes through and goes on to the other side once, you have to start the whole process again. You need to see it go through, break, find a resistance or find a support. So here's where we would have possibly seen a resistance, but no, it broke back through. So we have to start the process again. But this time it breaks through, goes up a little bit more, unlike other times, and then what it does this time is when it comes back down, it fails to break this area. So we can see straight away as soon as it comes through and it goes back down, now when this happened and fails to break this area, we're looking for a possible buy. So we can see here we would have got in for a buy and we would have won this trade as well. Now we can see what I'm talking about. So of course now this is getting deeper into Asian session, going into the London Open soon enough. So it's getting into 4 a.m, 6 a.m, 7 a.m is usually when London Open happens. Look at this, it pulled all the way back from here to here, it pulled all the way back to this entry. But here you would have lost this trade. When it did pull back here, you would have been looking to get in on this candle and you would have lost this trade because it pulled all the way back to your 15 pip stop loss. But then if you re-entered when you saw, okay, it didn't break this line this time, didn't break it here. Remember, these are 1 minute candles, so you're looking at this in 60-second intervals. Then you would have said, okay, it didn't break it a second time, let me try again. You would have got in on this candle and this one did hit your take profit level. So you can already see, I think that was about 3 or 4 losses. I think it was 3 losses and about 4 to 5 wins. Of course, you can go back over the video, you can check it out. In fact, I'll even do that with you guys and girls just now, so you can see how I'm not just trying to talk about this. This is something you can do. So you can see straight away, one, this was a win, this was a win, this was a win, so that's 3 wins. And then here's another win, so that's 4 wins. And then this was a loss, so that's 4 wins, 1 loss. And then here was a win, so that is 5 wins, 1 loss. And then here was a loss, so that's 5 wins, 2 losses. And then here was a win, so that's 6 wins and 2 losses so far. So we can already see that the ratio is pretty good in terms of how we would have been able to trade this. This was obviously a huge trade. So this is when the market started to trend, and like I said, this is coming into London Open, so you can see that happen there. So now we have to go over to our next level of interest when the market does get there. Again, we can see our push through this level, break back down through this level, comes back to this level to retest this level. Then we even see this candle here doesn't break this level, you get in and then you sell 30 pips. You would have won that trade. Same thing happened here. You would have tried to look, you can see the market came through, came back, broke through. You would have seen some type of possible retest on this level here because it failed, a sell candle even. So you would have tried to get in here. Now you want to practice what I'm saying here. This is not something you just go on a live account and start trying to do tomorrow. You can practice this for a week, 2 weeks. Remember, this is a 1 minute chart, so these opportunities are happening so much. It's not like the usual type of trading I'll tell you where you have to wait maybe a session every single time or anything like that. This is almost happening through the consistency of the day, and there's so many different opportunities that will appear in terms of this type of trading. So this is something you can definitely easily back test every single day to see how consistent you can be with this strategy, or if you want to add something to it that might make it better for you. I'm just giving you the backbones of how you can trade this strategy based on what I know. So you can see straight away here, boom, it's gone down again, broke back up, and etc. But you get the gist of what I'm trying to tell you here. I'm not going to go through this whole chart because it is quite a lot. You get the gist of what I'm basically trying to explain to you here. I'm basically trying to tell you that you can scalp gold off of key levels. Usually I would say trade gold off of key levels on a higher time frame. Usually I would say enter on a 15-minute chart and stuff like that. But I realize a lot of traders, they want to get a bit smaller into this trading and make it better for them. So you can probably try this going between the 1 minute and the 5 minute, see what type of accuracy you do get. Maybe it might be better for you on the 5 minute if you're more patient to wait for a trade. But I know there's a lot of traders out there that are very interested in 1 minute trading, you know, get in the market, get out. And I don't want to make my YouTube channel segregated from them. Also, if you would prefer for me to just do gold content on this channel, then please leave a comment below. If I see a lot of comments on how I used to run this channel, which was based on just gold content, then please let me know. If people want to see that, that is no problem at all. I'm very flexible and I don't mind doing that. You know, I can leave YouTube just for gold, and then you can come into my Discord for mentorship on everything else, which can be metals, Forex, indices. I'm doing bits of crypto now as well. On that note, guys and girls, I hope this was insightful for you. Very simple, very clean way of trading, no indicators, just market structure and waiting for breaks and retests on the 1 minute time frame. So I hope it helps you. And please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Also, don't forget the competition. Head over to my Instagram. Make sure you go to my latest post on there. Give it a like, give it a comment, say Neo competition, and you can be one of the lucky winners to have Neo for a month, or you could be one of the lucky 2 winners, should I say. And on that note, I'm going to leave you there, guys and girls. Peace.